recording first. So if code execution was stopped for 5 seconds, this simply means that the our execution time was slow, right? For 5 seconds it was delayed. So suppose if we have 1000 line of codes and in 200 lines we have used this thread dot sleep, so 200 into 5, right, means 1000 seconds we were waiting, right? So 1000 seconds means these number of minutes, right? So these number of minutes or execution was taking time to execute a single script, and in a project there might be thousands of scripts, right? That's why this process was not good as of now. So now we have Selenium Wait from Selenium WebDriver. So we will be applying these weights, and we will learning this in depth. How can we apply, what is implicit weight, what is explicit weight, what is fluent weight, and what is the difference actually in explicit and implicit weight, when to apply implicit weight, when to apply explicit, drawbacks of the implicit weight, benefits of the implicit weight, and the others also with the same process with also explicit and fluent weight, right? So we will be understanding this. So first we will covering this implicit weight, right, and then we will covering the explicit weight, and this fluent weight I will be giving the definition of it, the theoretical part of it today, but it we will be covering when we will cover the test engine. So at that time I don't have to explain again, so we will cover at that time, right? So fluent weight, so these two weights are enough still, just because the part of the syllabus and interview process we will be covering the fluent weight too, right? But we will covering this topic at the time of the test ng, so we will see how we can apply fluent weight. So let's understand what implicit weight, explicit weight, and fluent weights are. So what is implicit weight? Suppose I have a page, right, which is getting loaded, right, and we know that elements present, web elements which are present in this web page will take some time to load, right? The so at that time, if element is not visible, element is not came without loading, so we give some weights, right? Previously we were using thread.sleep, I have shown many times. So in that place we will use the implicit weight. So if you apply any implicit weight in at any place, what does it mean? If I have given 10 seconds, right? Suppose I have some data to load. I am waiting for some data, that then that data will be loaded based on my inputs given. So suppose that data is loaded in 5 seconds and we have given the implicit wait 10 seconds. Then after 5 seconds my data is loaded, then our code execution will proceed further. It will not wait for whole 10 seconds. This is benefit of implicit wait over this thread.sleep. Same with the explicit wait also. If your process complete in 5 seconds and you have given wait for 10 seconds, then it will not wait for whole 10 seconds, right? It will just proceed further after 5 seconds, right? And what this explicit wait and implicit wait we are going to see practically, right? This is basic difference. But what happens, implicit weight actually applies globally. Once you apply, you don't need to apply for every line of code. This is applicable for each line of code, right? Once you apply it, but explicit weight you can apply for a specific line of code, right? So what does it mean? That if you apply implicit weight and you don't need for in a line to apply it, then it will be applied forcefully, right? So suppose we have a case, the drawback of this, benefits I covered, but what is the drawback with this? Its advantage is actually its disadvantage also. What is the drawback? Drawback, once you apply it globally, you don't need to apply for each line of code. It is applied for every line of code. Suppose we have a scenario that this test case should run in 5 seconds, that right? So that is a speed test of some website, and our manager asked us that this test case should pass in within 5 seconds, but because we have applied implicit wait 10 seconds, because this is ideal time for others line of codes, so we have given 10, so we cannot change in this is applicable for that particular test case also, right? So we, how will you know that that test case was passed within 5 seconds, or it took 7 or 8 seconds or whole 10 seconds? So in that case this will be your drawback, right? So at that period of time you can apply this explicit wait, right? So these are some drawbacks and benefits over the implicit and explicit wait, right? So let's see it practically. What is the implicit wait? How can we apply this? And if you understand this practically, then you will find more differences in it. That actually implicit wait, what it does, suppose I have applied implicit wait, right? Then implicit wait simply waits for the DOM to be available in your uh, the code should be available in your DOM. Suppose this is HTML code, right? HTML, and this is div tag, and under this there is a div tag. Under this HTML DOM there is a div tag, right? And this div tag is dynamic, and it comes when you perform some task, then it dynamically it is getting created, right? So if this is available, then this will check for this DOM only, this will not verify for the data, right? This will, and you understand practically when you will see that. So let's start implicit wait. Suppose I am here at flipkart.com, right? In flipkart.com, suppose I search for the laptops, right? And click on enter. See, the data is loaded now. So it took some time for loading this data, right? It took some time to loading this data. So at that time data was not loaded, your code was trying to search it, right? But now it's get loaded. See again, if I try to search backs, right, and I click on enter, see, this taking time, now it's loaded, right? So how, but this Selenium will not wait for this time. You have manually give this wait in your code. You have to tell that let it be loaded, then you go for your uh, element to locate, right? If you are instantly trying to locate it, this will not be available, right? So see, so what we'll do, we will understand it in by code, right? So right, let me start, and here suppose we go for waits. Implicit wait, right? I will copy some lines of code, first 3 lines of code. Let's close it now. Now I will redirect to this flipkart.com, right? And after redirecting to this flipkart.com, let me load it again. I will locate this field, because here I have to give laptop and then search, right? So class is equal to this. Let me copy it and write rex path for it. /input. see 6 element matching, this is not unique one, at the rate class. Now see one element matching, right, and it's highlighting this, it means this is unique. Now we can use this XPath. Driver dot find element by dot XPath and give this. So input at the rate class is equal to, and send some keys to it, laptop, right? And after that we have to click on this button, this search box, right? Inspect button class is equal to this. Now let's change it to button and class. See one element matching, right? So we can copy this, driver dot find element by dot XPath, and then we have located this and click, right? So once you click on this, once I will click on this, this will start searching, right? See, click and this will start searching. I want to print all the laptops. This is your description, and I want to print all the description for each laptop, right? So there should be a common locator which will locate all of these. So there will be common CSS present, right? This we can guess just because of printing will be same, right? Same design, so class will be used same for CSS. Let me inspect it. See, this is a class. Let me check it whether if I create XPath using this one, then it is highlighting whole or not. Div the rate class. See 24 matching elements. Let's check that only these are highlighted or not. See, this is highlighting this, right? So this way we can guess that printing for the every description design will be same. That's why there should be a common CSS used for everyone, right? So same here, right? If I want to locate only this first one, if I want to locate only this first one, then what can I do? I can give the index for this first, right? So if you have 20 elements, then if I want to locate first one, then we can do index, right? This is highlighted. Now second one will not be highlighted, right? This is not highlighted, and no one will be highlighted just because we have located first one. If I give 2 over here, then second one will be highlighted, first one will be not, right? See, first, sorry, it's by mistake clicked. I want to actually click so that this selection is okay. So this first one is not highlighted and second one is highlighted, right? Similarly, if I give 3 over here, then see second one will be not highlighted and the first one will be not highlighted, but this third one is highlighted. But I want all of these to print, right? So what we can do, we can use a common XPath for all, right? 24 matching elements. I will copy this and driver dot, now because we have to print description for all, so driver dot find elements, because 24 elements are getting returned, right? That's why we will have to use find elements. Find elements by dot XPath, and this is your XPath, right? And what will be the return for it? List, right? Because multiple web elements are getting returned, so we will store this inside a list. List what type? Web element, right? This much I have covered in multiple scenarios in your auto suggestive drop down calendars, and also in HTML tables. So I hope you guys are now familiar with this logic, right? Control space, control space. Okay, now I want to print all this. Currently we are not using any weight, right? We will first see it, we using the uh, thread dot sleep. Let's try to print it without using anything, right? See what happens. Element dot get text, right? And sys out laptop, right? Let's run it. Wait. Okay, actually this pop-up we have not handled, might be getting error. Let me handle this pop-up also. Once we jump to this website, then this pop-up comes. Let me handle this first. Inspect, and see what will be the expert for this. Let's see. This is your class, right? And I will console $x write expert for this particular close button, right? $x div at the rate class is equal to, might we have uh, given wrong. Let's again. $x, this is button not div, right? Button at the rate class, right? So this is located. Once I am here, then this is locating this one. Let's use this expert and first close this, and then we will handle, then we will see other codes. Once you redirect it to website, then pop-up is coming, right? So we will handle this by expert dot click. So once you click on close button, that pop-up will be closed. Now run it. See, your result came, but it has not printed anything, right? Why? Just because it was not available, right? Although this design were available, their DOM came just after clicking, but this data was invisible. So what we can give thread dot sleep after clicking, so that some part will be loaded in your list. Thread dot sleep. Wait, I will come to questions, don't worry. Let me first cover the concept, I will be coming to questions. Although I thought that I have given less number of sleep time, right? If I will not get this, then I will increase that. It took more than 5 seconds. Let me increase this to 30 seconds. And after clicking on the button, right? After clicking on the button, it's getting loaded. Let me comment this. This pop-up will be closed, laptop will be searched. It clicked on button, wait for 30 seconds, and then data will be loaded. Wait for that time frame that I have given. This is disadvantage over this thread dot sleep. It will wait whole 30 seconds. Means after this line, it will stop execution for 30 seconds. Right? So if this grab the data in 10 seconds, still this line will be applied and this line will wait for 30 seconds, right? So this is disadvantage. So what we can do now, I let me take question. Then if you want to get the model, right? So nothing new, same thing, you can use XPath. Try that, because tomorrow we'll say that how will we get this, how will we get this 6% off, how will we get this one. So it's it's up to you what you want to get. Just write export for that and try to get with the same, right? Where we see the model, this name is your model, right? I hope SP15S quad core, and this is model of the laptop. This is, we are getting this whole text. If you want that, you want to trim this text, you want to cut this text, so use the some Java trim methods and split methods to do that. So but you have to define that model is printed before this hyphen, so you have to trim text before the hyphen, right? So you can get your model in that case. If you want to get this price, then from each price you have to remove this rupee symbol, right? Then you can calculate the every price, right? So this depends on you what your requirement is and what you want to get. Just try to find out a common locator, right? So but here, see, let me close these browsers. So what we can do, see, still we got our results, right? We got our result. But what happened, we have to wait 30 seconds, right? suppose the code was loaded in 25 seconds, still we waited for 30 seconds, right? What we can do, we can apply implicit wait over here. So after this driver creation, after this driver, right? So what we need to give, that whatever line, see, driver dot manage, this is your line, right? You should manage your driver for timeouts and then implicit wait. This is one line of code is sufficient. Apply wait. Suppose I give 30 seconds. Now after this, we have this time unit dot. We can choose which time unit, if you want to wait for days, hours, microseconds, milliseconds, minutes, nanoseconds, seconds, right? These much of time frames are available. Suppose I want to give seconds, right? No, now I have given 30 seconds timeout. It will wait for uh, our element to be loaded. Suppose our element is getting loaded in 20 seconds, right? So what will happen, well, after 20 seconds next line will be executed, but with the thread dot sleep it was waiting for whole 30 seconds, right? So let me run it again. See, just because it was loaded, your implicit wait has not waited for whole 30 seconds, right? It has printed. But suppose uh, sometimes, suppose for this particular line, right? This particular line, our element is not visible, so that we cannot click, right? Element is not visible for 20 seconds, but our requirement is that this should be loaded within 5 seconds when we browse our website. So this is a performance requirement which is not getting filled. How will you check? Because you have applied 30 seconds implicit wait, which is much higher than that 5 seconds. How will you know that this line of code was executed within 5 seconds? That's why this is one of the drawback with this implicit wait, right? So for that, we have one another wait, explicit wait available. By applying that, we can get rid of that problem. But before that, let me show you one more thing, where this implicit wait doesn't work, right? So let me, anybody has any question in this? Yeah, suppose you have a test case, right? In that test case, your requirement is, see, you have a test case, and in that test case, we know about the performance testing. So some of the requirement said that this particular requirement says that this test case should be completed within 10 seconds, just because this website should be loaded in 10 seconds, right? Means the loading time is 10 seconds. If you are measuring the performance of any site, if you have measured, then you will understand that that particular load time is, suppose here I say that once I search laptop and click on here, so this should be loaded within 2 seconds, right? But what happened, just because we have given implicit wait here 30 seconds, right? Others line satisfied for 30 seconds, but a particular test case, just because of other test cases, satisfies for 30 seconds. This particular requirement is for this particular test case to be loading issue, right? But just because we have applied this implicit wait at 30 seconds, how will you know that this test case was covered within 10 seconds, right? Because this applies globally. When you will work with framework, you will understand this applies in a same page, in a single page, and applied it globally, right? So how will you know that this implicit wait for this particular test case was passed within 10 seconds? Just because you have given 30 seconds here, test case will pass surely, just because of your wait time it's much higher than you have given here. So this is your one of the drawback. So now I will jump to explicit wait. I will jump to explicit wait, but before that I will try to solve a problem with implicit wait. Let's check that why that is not getting covered. Explicit. See, I am here in this website. Let if I click on this start button, then this hello world text was loaded, right? Let me do that. What I will do, what my requirement is, I will click on this start button and I will try to get this hello world, right? I will click on this start button and try to get this hello world text, right? First I will do it by thread dot sleep, then implicit, and then explicit way, right? Right click and locate this element. Now once I will click this text will be looked. Try to get this text. ID is equal to finish, right? Let me run it and will show you. Okay, I have not redirected to particular location, right? So that's why. Let me copy it. See, we will get no text, right? We will get, see, if I try to print here something, so we can understand value is equal to plus text, right? Now, next time it will be printed as null, right? Value is equal to nothing. See, it's still loading, but value is nothing, right? So what does it mean? That everything was correct, but value was not loaded. So what we will do, we will use this here, thread.slip. After clicking on button, let's wait for some time. Then your desired text will come and you will grab that text, right? Sleep. Voice is breaking for all. Okay. Now it's okay. So now see very carefully. Suppose I give, if you will not see here the differences, then it might be confusion every time. So that's why I'm saying that please be very careful. Now see, if I have given thread.slip, right, and I will run this code. So this should be print. Oh, sorry. I'll stop here just because we have commented this system.out, right? Now again I will run. Once it will click on that particular button, then it will stop execution for 30 seconds, sorry, 10 seconds. Till that second your hello world will be loaded, right? And it will grab the text from that hello and it will print that, right? So that's happening behind. It clicked on your button, right? After clicking, hello world was printed, but still it's waiting for 10 seconds, right? Value is equal to hello world, right? Same thing, let's try with the thread dots, sorry, implicit wait, and see what happens. Driver dot find element by dot, sorry, driver dot manage dot timeout dot implicit wait 10 seconds, right? Time unit dot seconds. Let's increase it for, so that we will be sure that, oh, we have waited for time. Okay, let guys, now it's okay. So let me run this code. What I have did, I have applied now implicit wait, right, instead of this thread dot flip, and I said that implicit wait is applied globally, right? So if we have applied this implicit wait, right, and given time for 20 seconds, now what should happen, guys? Actually, now internet speed is good. Everyone's facing same problem. Actually, now I'm. Okay. Now it will be good. I hope. I reconnected again. Yes, what about voice? Now it clear? So what I have did here, I have given this implicit wait, right? So what should happen? This should work, right? Just like it worked for Flipkart. But guys, is that same time it happens for everyone? Because now I changed my location, reconnected. You for you also. Okay, let me run this code again. Tell me if same issues come, then tell me. I will run this code. And I'll open Windows. It should print this text, right? It should print this text, hello world. Let's see with it. Once it displayed, it instantly should print because we have applied implicit wait. See, it has printed. Still, it is getting loaded. Why this happened? Guys, I'm audible now properly or not? Okay. So see why it happened, that it grabbed the text, but it printed null just because, see what with problem with the implicit wait. It has printed with thread dot sleep, but what the problem actually with the this implicit wait? I will reload this page, right? Now see, if I will inspect the start button, see start button, right? And see here, already we have this hello world present without clicking on it, right? So this means this hello world is static in my code. DOM is present, right? Means document object model, the HTML code, and this particular tag is present. This XPath will be present without clicking on this button also. I will click on, let me, okay, let's use the crow path. See, see one element matching. I have not clicked this hidden element I am able to get. What does it mean? Actually, what implicit wait does, it waits for the DOM to be loaded. DOM is already loaded, right? So once DOM will be loaded, it will try to locate that. It will locate that correctly because that was already present, and whatever XPath we have written, it was also correct, right? So why it will give error for the no such element, just because this was present, but this was not as visible, right? Display is equal to none. This style property they have given, just because the style property will be, see, once I will click and this will be present, the text will be present, this style property, whatever the visibility issue was there, gone, right? So what does it mean? Implicit wait is applied for DOM, that DOM should be loaded, right? But once the DOM was loaded, it tried to get the text problem, but the text was not is not visible. It was null just because it has printed nothing, right? So but thread dot sleep has waited particular time, right? If I have given this 20 second with the thread dot sleep, so thread dot sleep will stop execution of the wait for 10 seconds. So what, this is not possible with the implicit wait, because implicit wait only look for the DOM to be loaded. DOM means your particular element to be loaded, right? Element was already loaded, so it doesn't find uh, any error with that, right? So for that we have particular conditions to applied with the explicit wait. So here, if my you where you can apply this, if you see that your DOM is already loaded but that is invisible, then you have to think whether I have to apply explicit wait or implicit wait. Implicit wait is applied for those particular things, just like that uh, example I have given with the spicejet.com. So in spicejet.com, data was coming dynamically, right? And nothing was visible without giving input. So once you are giving input, based on those input your output was coming. But here output is already here, but the output is not visible, right? So in that case, either you should go for the explicit wait or thread dot sleep. So although we have the explicit wait, why we'll go for thread dot sleep in this Selenium, right? WebDriver. So let's apply. So how can we apply the explicit wait? We have class WebDriver wait. Suppose I give 20 seconds for a driver, and here we need to give timeout in seconds. Already it suggested you. Suppose I give 20 seconds, right? Now this you have declared this WebDriver wait. We also call it hard wait, right? So some people ask normally what is hard wait, what is soft wait. So hard wait means until the element is visible, located. These are some properties present. With this much of methodologies come, this much of methods comes, right? So you can check one by one, right? So let me come and paste here, you can check it later. These methods come, and now I want to apply in this line, right? Because I want that before this text is visible, right? So wait dot until, this wait comes from where? This object, right? So object will wait for until what? Certain conditions, right? Expected conditions dot, these methods are present dot. See, alert is present, sometimes pop-up comes after clicking, right? Expected condition, suppose visibility of element located, because our element is invisible, right? Visibility of element located, right? And locator you need to give here, this is your same locator, right? Let's copy this. Right, after running this, now what will happen? This will also, if it passes in 10 seconds, this will also not wait for whole 20 seconds, right? But until the element is visible, it will not wait for whole seconds, right? It will click on that element after loading it, click, and once it will click, see, it's not printed value is equal now. As soon as it was here, right, it printed. So this is different. Suppose suppose here I use this method presence, right? So now it will work same as the implicit wait. Suppose I here presence, let me presence, presence of element located, right? And here is your locator. So what will happen? Just because is your locator is already present here, right? Locator is already present. This text which I have located for you, this is already present, right? You are not waiting for its visibility. Now it's waiting for, you are by passing this function, you are saying that you are just waiting for its presence, right? So again it will not print, it will again print that null value, right? So this is basic difference. If in your DOM the element is already located, then implicit wait waits for only that DOM to be loaded, right? But explicit wait has some problem. If your DOM is loaded properly loaded matter, I will wait for that particular condition that you have passed. Actually, let me close it. I will run it again. Internet issues. I hope it's clear to all, because if you are going for interview, everybody will tell there that implicit wait applies globally. Implicit wait, what the error? Let's see that. WebDriver exception, unknown net. Okay, this will be a network. This was there. Guys, I'm audible. Shit, yeah. Guys, I'm audible. Guys, until the element visibility method, I have shared my screen. It was clear to all. Visibility of element to located. Yeah, big, that element should be visible. Located is means I am trying to locate any invisible element, right? So if that is visible, then it will only locate that. This means what? If I will use this method, this here, instead of this visibility of element located, if I am using this presence of element located, so what does it mean? It will only check that presence was already there, right? Same, just because of that reason implicit wait was not working, because it also checks for presence, right? So suppose if I apply presence of element located here, so what will happen? It will again not give me the desired result, right? Because we are not checking for the visibility. Expected conditions dot condition, what I am giving, only check that, right? So explicit wait has certain conditions, right? So if this presence of element located method is there, see, value is equal to null. Why? Still, just because we have used this presence of element located and presence was there, as soon as we found the presence, it tried to grab the result, but the element was not visible, right? So that's why it get null. So for that reason I have used this explicit wait, and method was used visibility of the element located, right? So with the this explicit wait, we have these number of methods present. Alert is present, element located, right? Element located to be selected. These number of methods we can use them as per the requirement, right? So I hope you guys are now clear what is implicit wait, what is explicit wait, difference between them. Because if you go for interview, everyone will be going to answer that explicit wait is applied for a specific line of code. Implicit wait is globally applied. Implicit wait is actually waits for the DOM to be loaded. Explicit wait has certain conditions to be met on, right? Everybody is going to reply that, but practically if anyone asks that what is the real difference, if you can real time example, now you can give this example that visibility is any other thing and presence is other thing. If in your DOM the element is present, then your this particular implicit wait will work there, right? But if that element is invisible, then DOM will not get that text, right? But explicit wait have both methods, presence for presence and for the also. This feature does not the implicit wait. So this is advantage of explicit wait over implicit wait. But what happens if I have to apply multiple lines? Then we have to write this line before multiple lines, right? So that's why with each wait we have some advantages and disadvantages, right? So this was particular example. I am so sorry that I am facing internet issues, and thus because I am also getting frustrated, but I hope this topic is clear to all. Yeah, right. If same with same, yeah, yeah, yeah. If same process, yeah, same with which is with the implicit, same thing with the explicit also. If the DOM is located and element is located, then it will not for wait for whole time. That is with the only thread dot sleep, right?